Good morning from the Hope Lake Trailhead. We are way out here, basically south of Telluride, a beautiful region of the San Juans, one of my favorite, as a matter of fact. I have had an incredible trip from this very parking lot up Vermilion Peak, and we are quite nearby today. That's going to be right off of Hope Lake, kind of off to the west. And today we've got slightly different plans, but nonetheless incredibly beautiful. As you can see behind me, there is San Miguel Peak. That is 13,800 feet, and we're going to be going up that at class 2+. Supposed to be a beautiful mountain, very colorful. Hope Lake is the background setting for a lot of the climb. So really looking forward to this. Should be roughly 3,000 feet and I think 7-8 miles round trip, right in that area there. So just getting up, having a nice breakfast from my beautiful little tundra here. So we will see you up there, and I'm sure it's going to be incredible. Looking forward to the trip. Thanks for joining me. And they got a nice little trailhead sign here. Uncompadre National Forest. So as you can see, we are here at the trailhead. We are going to make our way up toward Hope Lake. And actually, before arriving at Hope Lake, we'll break off and cross the outlet of Hope Lake. And there's a cool dam there, by the way. And then we're going to get onto this shelf. And then we're going to just cruise right up that and then get on the ridge and hit San Miguel Peak. And apparently there's some exciting class 2+ notches up in there. You know, with snow, that could be exciting. I did bring a little bit of snow equipment just in case. We are making great time. Just broke through timberline and it is pretty mucky up here. Please do your best not to walk off trail, and if you do, to avoid the mud, only do so on rocks. That is just way more responsible and keeps trails from forming everywhere. There was definitely a section of total mess. So, or snow. You can do that, but it's getting close to holy, as you can see. Have left the Hope Lake Trail and kind of cut across here to the outlet of Hope Lake, and there is the cool ancient dam, I assume, and so we'll go right over it, and that'll be really neat. And then this is the rest of the scene, just beautiful. Make sure you're watching your GPS when you're heading up the Hope Lake Trail so you turn off at the right time. I turned off just a tad late, worked out kind of cool because I had incredible vistas and mainly was able to move across snow on the tundra up there, but do try to avoid that as much as you can. Wow, really neat spot right here. I'm on like a little climbing walkway, I guess. Whoa, so amazing, and some old relics here. More good news. I have put on my micro spikes, and it's pretty soft though. So I feel like I need to do a gentle kick to kick through the soft layer and then kind of catch the harder layer underneath with the spikes. So this is the scene though. Another just spectacular one in my opinion. Okay, well, I have traversed around this blunt ridge, and I was very thankful to have this dry ledge to go across, although there was one scary crossing where you were on the snow, and if you slipped there, you were going all the way. And all the way is pretty far. The scene is outrageous, exposing new and exciting towers. The colors are amazing, assumably from all the iron in this rock. Really striking. And then what I've got left to do is go around this super steep snowfield right over here. And I'm gonna stay on the rocks for this one because there's no safe run out and this thing is a monster. And you're back on more talus. And the talus kind of sucks. It's big, but it's kind of loose for how big it is. But man, the views of the Wilson group are amazing from here. Whew. Well, up the rough talus scene, and now, wow, looking down into some coolness. Extremely cool views out this way as well. And then just a summit walk should get us done. Okay, finally got some sound talus on the summit ridge. Really fun, really cool. Awesome drop-offs too, but a lot less scary because everything is so consolidated. The summit is right there, but there is this one huge notch. So it looks about impossible to take it straight on, but just off to climber's right, there is kind of a faint trail right here you can see. And then you just kind of go around the corner, I hope. Stay just above the snow, I hope. So as much as I like climbing as much as the next guy, passing through the notch and then going climber's left and then up appears to be much safer. So we're happy on this left side of the notch, and it is still pretty steep and loose, but not as bad as the other side. So woo! I'm not sure if we were at the proper summit or not, But this catwalk that I'm on right now is truly spectacular. So I'm gonna go ahead and cruise on over to the next summit as well, just to show you around. But holy moly, it is pretty scary. Definitely don't want to take a wrong step. San Miguel is ours. Carl Decker presents the summit, and it is a great place. Beautiful red colors all over the place, reminiscent of most of the San Juan mountains. There is also a lot of loose rock, also reminiscent of this area, so be careful with that. And gnarly down climb coming up next, right behind me there. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put away the cameras after I give you a quick look around and get my butt out of here. The weather does look like it's trying to turn. I don't know if it really will or not, but I don't really want to tempt fate with that. One thing I am really excited about though is trying to get out over there onto those beautiful mountains. That Pilot Knob and Golden Horn. Way back behind it, the big bump is Ulysses Grant. That video I've already made, and it was a great climb. Another beautiful place in the San Juans. Happy to show you. Please like and subscribe. Time to give you my cliff notes on this little adventure. There are several things. Any suspicion of snow, microspikes were great to have. Definitely be prepared to climb, I would say, class 3 loose rock. Just a little touch, and not much happens, but it could. Prerequisites for wanting to do this trip, and it is beautiful. And I would pretty much always bring microspikes and poles. And the talus is rough in places, especially past the shelf when you turn up toward the summit. So those things are kind of tough. And then I would be careful about filtering water here. I haven't heard anything, but when I was high up on the slope, I actually could see an old mining road and what appeared to be a mining hole that was spilling out a bunch of water. And it was obvious to see because it was kind of melting the snow all around it. So there probably are heavy metals in that creek right there. Oh, I would probably not filter that water. You could still use some snow though, if you wanted, and just kind of melt that with some of the water left in your bottle. So yeah, and slippery and treacherous during the spring for sure. Muddy, wet. And then that turnoff is pretty easy to identify. When you leave the Hope Trail, you're gonna take a right where the trail literally, and I mean literally, turns into a muddy 4-lane highway. You will know when you get there. And it's also right at the edge of a switchback, as I have marked on the map. And then that's your most direct route straight across the dam, which is really cool, actually. And another reason I definitely suspect that there's heavy metal in the water. So that's the skinny. Hopefully you enjoyed this adventure. Definitely the San Juans never disappoint on the aesthetic side of things. So awesome there. And then that should about cover it. We'll see you on the next trip. That shouldn't be long, and hopefully it'll be on something looking more like that. So looking forward to it. All right, that is a good way to scrub off 500 feet without much effort. That's for sure. Yeah, I did want to make a few more comments just about how this channel is probably going to change a little bit, not much. I really am not seeking high points per se. I am just looking for beautiful mountain adventures. And I would much rather, most of the time, really do 13ers, beautiful ridges, exciting scrambles, than hit 14ers with really little adventure considering there's usually kind of a conga line heading up it. And you know, it's still cool. I'm not saying it's not my style. I'm gonna try to show you the most unique and special places that I like to visit, and probably the reason 14ers actually became most popular in the first place. So I don't know if it'll be the most popular move for me in YouTube, but I'm not most worried about that. I want to do the most incredible things and bring you guys along who are interested. So let's do it. Glad you could join me. Please share with like-minded folks, and we will go big all the time. And much of it will be in the San Juans. So see you on the next one.